I tried to warn you guys. I knew this would happen sooner or later.
Yeah, that was just a warning shot, O'Malley. You make any funny moves, the next one's gonna go right in the middle of your visor.
You think you could make that shot from here?
Probably not. I was actually trying to hit him that time.
180 plus packages have been ransacked, hacked, hijacked, and the numbers keep growing and growing. But this could have been prevented if you just had listened to my previous videos. Is this just a selfish plug? Yes. Yes, it is, but this story builds on a story we've already talked about on this channel. So if you want to get more context, please check out that video, but after you finish this one, otherwise my view count drops like crazy. Love you. So welcome back from that other video, and as you know, a bunch of NPM developers got strange emails that hacked their account and compromised their NPM packages. But as you can see, that's not where this story ends. Some hackers were able to take this to the next level. They created a worm that spread from package to package, infecting the entire ecosystem. They called it Shai-Hulud, but I can't be bothered to read 26 intricate books about some spice traits, so I'll call it Big Worm. This worm starts with a user installing an NPM package that has already been compromised. When you run NPM install, packages can have lifecycle scripts, meaning they can do something before you install their package, during, or after. And this worm took advantage of the post-install lifecycle. So after running NPM install on this malicious package, the worm uses the post-install script to execute the bundle.js that they have infiltrated. The first thing the script does is check if your operating system is Linux or Mac. So yes, just like most women, even these hackers don't want to touch a Windows user. The script then dumps all of your process environment variables, hoping that you have an AWS access key or GitHub token stored somewhere. It then uses TruffleHog, which is a legitimate open source tool that most developers use to scan their repos or scan their pull requests to make sure they're not leaking any kind of data like API keys. However, the worm used it in a malicious way to search your entire file system to see if you have AWS credentials, Google Cloud credentials, or GitHub credentials it could steal. If it was able to find your AWS credentials, it would then use the AWS SDK Client Secrets Manager library to steal even more secrets from your AWS key management service. Google Cloud users don't rest easy because it would do the same exact thing using the Google Cloud Secret Manager library to steal your secrets too. Though Azure users rest easy because these hackers seem to not care about Microsoft at all. But you know who cares about Windows and Azure developers, and really all developers? The sponsor of today's video, Brilliant.org. If you want to avoid being exposed by malware worms like this one, you're going to need to brush up on your computer science skills. And Brilliant is the perfect place to do that. They've got a wide range of courses from thinking in code, algorithmic thinking, and programming with functions that I'm currently going through myself. You can even take these courses on the go as you move from your gaming computer to your couch using the Brilliant app. To learn for free on Brilliant, go to brilliant.org/basic dev, scan the QR code on screen, or click the link in the description below. Brilliant's also giving my viewers 20% off an annual premium subscription, which gives you unlimited daily access to everything on Brilliant. So thank you Brilliant for sponsoring this video, and those who just skipped, make sure to at least click the link down in the description below to check it out. Now that this worm has collected all of the secrets off of your computer, your AWS account, and your Google Cloud account, it needs to get out. It starts searching for any GitHub credentials it can find, and once it does, it's ready. It creates a JSON payload containing all of your system information, all your environment variables, all of the data collected from AWS and Google Cloud. Then it uses your GitHub credentials and the GitHub API to create a new repo under your account called Shai-Hulud. Once the repo is created, the JSON payload containing all your info is pushed to it. Then the hacker's infrastructure is able to check GitHub to find any public repos containing the Shai-Hulud name and grab all of the JSON data from it. And from there on, your data is as good as theirs. But that leaves one question. How does the worm actually spread? Well, if you're a developer with NPM credentials, it searches for any NPM tokens you might have. It then verifies this token using the whoami endpoint on NPM, and then it uses another endpoint on NPM to search all of the packages that you maintain. Once it has a list of the packages you maintain, it goes to each and every single one of their package JSONs and modifies it to contain that bundle.js and that post install script that you accidentally ran with npm install. Then it runs an npm version patch force that updates the version of your package to this new malicious version. Now for anyone that's using your package and have their version set to latest, they they will then install the newest version containing your malicious script, and the cycle continues again. Now in total, over 180 packages have been compromised, some containing millions and millions of installs weekly. There were even packages from companies like CrowdStrike that got compromised, which honestly is not a surprise. But how do we prevent this? How do we stop this? Well, luckily, there's an easy thing that you could probably do that we talked about in the previous video, and that is just set your version number and don't use latest. And that's a rule usually set across most organizations anyway. Though I have to say, NPM has been taking a lot of heat, and it just goes to show how dependent we are on all of these packages. So as developers, we should maybe take a look and say, hey, do we need this package to figure out if a number is even, or can we do it ourselves? But I'm not here to judge. Instead, I'm here to be the Nostradamus of software engineering, if Nostradamus was a subpar developer that makes crappy videos about articles that he did not write. So if you like this video and you want to see more content from me, please make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.